Subtraction. We're going to look at 3 different methods for subtraction. Let's look at our first sum here, 65 from 82. Firstly, we look at the units and we can see straight away that we're not able to take 5 from 2. So we need to borrow one of our tens from the tens column. So we're going to add 10. We now have 10 plus 2 equals 12. 12 take away 5 is 7. Right, let's move to the tens column. Remember, we actually reduced our tens by 1 because we borrowed 10. So we have to reduce this 10 to 7. Now we have 7 take away 6, which is 1. Okay, so that was our first method. Let's look at our second method, which is actually very similar. We look at the units. We can't take 5 from 2, so we borrow a 10. But instead of actually taking the 10 from here, we're saying that we're borrowing it rather than taking it for good. So we take our 5 from 12, which of course again is 7. But this time when we look at the tens, we're going to actually have to pay back this 10 to our 10 here, which we're taking away from our 8. So our 6 actually becomes 7. So we've borrowed and we've paid back, which actually cancels out that sort of transaction. We take 7 from 8, of course that's 1. So here we have 2 methods, very similar. Okay, let's look at our third method, which is quite different. We have the same sum, 82 subtract 65. What we're going to do is we're going to take the lowest of our 2 numbers, which is 65, and we're going to add whatever it takes to take that number up to the next 10 until we reach our destination, which is 82. So have a look how we do that. 65 plus 5 will actually give us 70. Okay? Right. If we now take that 70 and we add, we need 10, don't we? If we actually take the 1 and the 0 to give us 10, so if we add 10 to 70, we will get 80. Right, so now we've got our 80. How many do we need to add to get to our final destination, the number 82? Well, of course we need to add 2 to our 80. And we now have 82. We've reached 82. What we then do is we add up the numbers that we added, that we used. We used a 5, we used a 10, and we used a 2. Let's line these up as we would if we were doing an addition. And now if we add 5 and 2, we get 7, and we add nothing and a 10 and nothing, we get 1, which is a 10. 1 10, and our answer is 17.